I used to hate vegetables when I was a kid. All I wanted to eat was pizza and fries.
Me too. My mom used to bribe me with toys to eat my broccoli.
Now, I'm actually used to eating them. I guess growing up changes what you like.
So true. What's your favorite veggie now?
I love carrots. They're sweet and crunchy. What about you?
I'm getting used to spinach. I put it in smoothies, and it doesn't even taste bad.
Wow, that's great. How long did it take you to get used to it?
Probably a few months. At first, it was kind of weird, but now I don't even notice it.
That's cool. Have you tried any other new foods lately?
Yeah, I tried avocado toast for the first time last week. It was delicious, but a bit strange with the green mushy stuff.
Haha, yeah. Avocado can be confusing. But it's healthy and good for you. You might get used to it after a few tries.
You're right, I'll give it another chance. Maybe with some more spices.
Sounds good. It's all about finding healthy foods you enjoy and getting used to trying new things.
Exactly. Who knows, maybe someday we'll both be used to eating kale salads.
Haha, yeah. Maybe someday. But for now, let's enjoy our lunch.
Agreed.
Hey everyone, thanks for clicking and welcome to this video on used to, be used to, and get used to. These expressions are crucial for conveying past habits, present states, and the process of becoming accustomed to something. Let's explore each one with examples. Let's talk about used to. Used to is a phrase in English that we use to talk about past habits, situations, or states that were true in the past but are no longer true in the present. It indicates a repeated action or a state that was common or habitual in the past, but it has changed or stopped. For example, I used to walk to school every day when I was younger. The phrase used to show that this was something I did a lot in the past, but don't do anymore. It makes me think back to the time when walking to school every day was a normal and regular part of my life when I was younger. Forming used to is quite simple. You just use used to followed by the base form of the main verb.
I used to love watching cartoons as a child.
She didn't used to enjoy reading, but now she loves it.
Did you used to play the piano when you were younger?
We can use used to and the past simple in the same way to talk about actions or events that happened regularly or about things that were true in the past.
They visited their grandparents every summer when they were younger.
They used to visit their grandparents every summer when they were younger.
I watched cartoons every morning before school, yet now I don't have time.
I used to watch cartoons every morning before school, yet now I don't have time.
We cannot use used to for actions or events that happened only once in the past. It is incorrect to say, we used to go to that amazing concert last year. The correct form is, we went to that amazing concert last year. In this example, we went to that amazing concert last year is the accurate way to describe a singular event in the past. Used to is not suitable for this context because it implies a repeated or habitual action and the concert was a one-time occurrence.
Did you know people used to pull out their own teeth a long time ago?
No way. That sounds painful.
I know. They didn't have dentists with fancy tools like today. Imagine using pliers like blacksmiths use on metal.
Ouch! I'd rather just leave a wiggly tooth alone than do that.
Me too. But some people used even crazier things, like tying a string to the tooth and slamming a door.
Ugh. That sounds dangerous. What if the wrong thing came out?
Right. I read they also used to chew on hardwood or leather to loosen the tooth. Makes my jaw hurt just thinking about it.
Maybe that's why people in old stories have missing teeth so often.
Good point. But they weren't all scary methods. Some used herbs or even leeches to try and heal the pain. Imagine having a slimy leech on your gum.
Yuck. I'm glad we have dentists now. Imagine going to school with a wobbly tooth, knowing you might have to pull it out yourself.
True. It's funny how things change. Back then, losing a tooth might have been a scary adventure, but now it's just a fun milestone with the tooth fairy.
I guess even losing teeth can teach us something about history.
You're right. Next time I lose a tooth, I'll be extra thankful for dentists and tooth fairies, not pliers and leeches.
The phrase be used to plus ing is used to talk about being accustomed or familiar with an ongoing action or a particular situation. This construction emphasizes that someone has become comfortable or accustomed to the continuous nature of the action. For example, I am used to working late. In this sentence, I am used to indicates that the person has become accustomed to the habit of working late. It implies that working late is not new or uncomfortable for them because they have experience with it.
They are not used to walking in the cold weather.
The phrase, they are not used to walking in the cold weather, suggests that the individuals mentioned are not accustomed or familiar with the act of walking in cold weather. This implies that walking in cold conditions is not a regular or usual experience for them, and as a result, it might feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. The use of not used to indicates a lack of habit or adaptation to the specific situation of walking in cold weather.
She is used to living in a big city with all the hustle and bustle.
We are used to taking the bus to get around the city.
We can also use to be used to plus noun or pronoun.
She is used to outdoor activities like hiking and camping.
He is used to quiet neighborhoods since he moved from a bustling city.
My neighbors are loud, but I am used to them.
She is used to it, having been a public speaker for years.
Hello, Maya. You seem happy today.
I am. I finally moved into my new apartment, and it's amazing.
Wow, congratulations. That's exciting. Do you miss your old place at all?
A little bit. I was used to living in a big house with a garden, and now I'm in a smaller apartment. But it's closer to work, and I have nice neighbors.
It sounds like you're adjusting well. Are you used to doing all the chores by yourself now?
Actually, it's easier than I thought. My old housemates did most of the cooking, but now I'm getting used to cooking simple meals. It's kind of fun.
That's great. What about the noise level? You mentioned your old place was quiet.
It was, but I'm starting to get used to the city sounds. And my apartment faces a park, so I hear birds singing every morning. It's actually quite peaceful.
So, overall, you're happy with the change?
Definitely. It took some getting used to, but I like the independence and the new location. Plus, I'm learning new things like cooking.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you're embracing the adventure.
Thanks. I am. Are you used to your new job yet?
Not quite. There's a lot to learn, but I'm meeting new people and getting used to the routine. It's challenging, but I think I'll be happy once I settle in.
Just like me. Remember, change takes time, but we can both get used to our new situations.
You're right. And it helps to have a friend who understands. Thanks, Maya.
Anytime, Liam. Now, let's grab coffee and celebrate our new beginnings.
The phrase get used to plus ing is used to express the process of becoming familiar, comfortable, or accustomed to a particular activity, situation, or behavior that may have initially felt unfamiliar or challenging. For example,
I recently moved to a new city, and it took me some time to get used to navigating the streets.
The speaker is expressing that after relocating to a different city, they needed a period of adjustment to become familiar with and comfortable navigating the streets of their new environment.
She got used to waking up early every morning after starting her new job.
I just bought a new car with a manual transmission, and I'm sure I will get used to shifting gears smoothly over time.
We can also use get used to plus noun or pronoun.
It took him some time to get used to the responsibilities that come with being a manager.
The weather's been unusually warm this year, but we'll get used to it eventually.
Ugh, another rainy day. I'm not used to this much rain yet. Back home, it only rained once a month.
Give it time, Sarah. You'll get used to the Seattle drizzle eventually. You just need to invest in a good raincoat and umbrella.
I guess. But everything feels different here. I miss walking to work in the sunshine, not fighting through umbrellas on crowded sidewalks.
I understand. When I first moved here, I missed the open spaces and quiet nights of my small town. But soon, the city's energy grew on me. You'll get used to the bustle and find your own peaceful corners.
I hope so. And the hills. My legs are killing me after walking just a few blocks. Climbing that one-tier apartment was an adventure.
I get it. Fitness was not on my mind when I chose this apartment. But the view is worth it, right? And remember, you'll get used to the hills too. Maybe join a yoga class to build some leg strength?
Maybe. Speaking of classes, I'm still getting used to my new job. Everyone seems so focused and fast-paced compared to my old team.
Give yourself some grace. New job nerves are normal, and every office has its own culture. You'll learn the ropes and find your place soon. Remember, your new skills and fresh perspective are valuable.
Thanks, David. You're right. And hey, at least the coffee shops are amazing here. That's something I'm definitely getting used to quickly.